Hidden Golem Games. We're here with another Moto Cube draft. This is a weird pack. This is a very weird pack. So if you've been watching the videos, you've known that we've drafted Tinker a number of times recently to great success. But I don't super want to first pick it. Like, it's so strong. And it can do such crazy things. Okay, I was making sure my fan was not getting picked up on my mic. It's so good. Look at this card. It's so good. Part of me wants to just take Fable, though. I don't think Ketramos is working out. Also could take Bring to Light, try to wheel Velky as just a combo. Now, I should just take Tinker. It's such the best card here. Yeah, okay, well, we're doing artifacts shit again. Okay. Back to this. Hi, Retrofitter. Is it just taking you second pick now? If I had taken the first pick Fable, which was the other consideration, what would I take here? Vamp Tutor, probably? I could still take Vamp Tutor for the Tinker. I could take the Flooded Strand. Flooded Strand's quite good. I'm going to just take the Retrofitter, though. I think it's so good. And we're just doing artifacts bullshit again, I guess. And now we get Mystical Tutor. Yeah, okay. Maybe I will Bright Glass Gearhulk and get to do some fun stuff with Bant artifacts. What do you guys think of that? I like that idea. This card has been seen a lot. I've seen a lot of recently. I like it. But when we get back Bright Glass or Chromatic Star, or maybe Malcolm. But, you know. Oh, holy shit. Force Will, but I'm just going to lock in Urza here. I'm already so establishing myself on artifacts. I'm fine with giving someone else a Force Will, missing out on it myself. I can just lock that in. You just take it, you're happy. Maybe get back a Gush that I won't play. Maybe get back a Deck Faden that I would play. But yeah, take that Urza and just have... I mean, like, look, this is the sort of stuff that makes drafting artifact good. Is you can get payoffs like Tinker and Urza, and we're starting with two of them. So we just need to kind of get the middle ground of artifacts and maybe a little bit of fast mana. I mean, I've said it once. I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000 more times. Draft fast mana. It's how you win the game. Now I'm just going to take Mystic Confluence. I don't need to take Relic here. We maybe get back Frantic Search or Relic or Witch Enchanter. Any of those is fine. Mystic Confluence is a great card. Yeah. Mystic Confluence, Tinker. Now I take Grim Monolith over Miscalc. I'm happy about that. There's also Bolas' Citadel. It's a good Tinker target. I might get it back. But Miscalc is... And Miscalc's great. I would normally take Miscalc here and try to wheel Bolas's. Grim's too awesome in these artifact decks, especially if you've got Urza now and the Mystic Confluence. Just as really good payoffs for them. There's a Talisman. Maybe we'll get back Talisman or College Complete if we don't get back Citadel. I passed a Bolas's... a Doomsday. Doomsday's a little bit of a combo with Bolas' Citadel because you stack your whole deck, so you get to really kill someone with Storm, right? But usually, I mean, Doomsday's a little bit of a hard card to make work, and so is Citadel. So usually I'm not too worried about it. And I think I just take Monolith. I love a Ponder. I love a Shorokai. Ponder, the best cantrip in the game. If you think that's wrong, if you're like, no, Brainstorm is, I think Ponder's a better card. Ponder lets you dig up to 4 cards deep. It lets you do the shuffle. Brainstorm is phenomenal, and especially when you used to be able to play with Counterbalance in a lot of formats. Like, if Brainstorm got printed into Modern, I'd be like, okay, Brainstorm maybe has a contention as just the best cantrip ever, because Counterbalance is illegal in Modern. But I'm going to take Basalt Monolith. I was hoping that with Brain Surge getting printed, we'd maybe find some other weird tech and make Counterbalance work in Modern. But I think Counterbalance itself is kind of a little bit too slow in general now. Just by the time you're resolving it, usually turn 2 is when you want to be resolving it. I know this card's been banned out of Legacy, but they could have been resolving a Psychic Frog or an Ajani. It's just cards that kill you. I'm going to take Portal. I've got the Tinker. Portal's one of the best Tinker targets. I saw the Jace the Mind Sculptor. I'm still a big defender of that card. I've won events with that card in the last 12 months. Yeah. I've won, like, games that won me events. Like, not just, like, it was in my deck when I won an event. I've won, like, recent Legacy events. Pre-MH3, to be fair. Right? No, not pre-MH3, because Pyrogoyf was out. That was in October of 2024. So MH3 was in full swing. I guess, yeah, I was seeing some Psychic Frog. It just wasn't quite as oppressive as it got to the point it got to. You get what I mean. People continued to play more and more Psychic Frog as Reanimator continued to be good. And it got very oppressive. But yeah, I Jace the Mind Sculpted out a person who played Boros aggro. Or is it Boros? I think it was Boros. It was either Boros or it was just mono red, like aggro prison. The one's playing Blood Moon and Trinisphere and all that stuff. I'm trying to decide between Manifold, Key, or Unexpectedly Absent. I have both of those, and I have the Retrofitter. I'm going to take Key here, actually. Oh, and you know I love a Daze. You know I love a Daze. So we're going to take Daze here. And we got back the Bright Glass. I'm going to take it. I don't know if I'll play it. This is selling Microspawn if I get an Academy, and I want to play green anyway. I can play Sewing Microspawn, and that's pretty free. But I kind of want to play Bright Glass and just see if I can make this card work. Now I'm going to take Stoneforge. I don't know if I'll play it, but with Sword of the Meek, Thopter combo being something I love doing so much, I might still get a Cauldron back. I'm going to take Razor Verge now. We got this Bright Glass. Let's see if I can play it. But I think in the next two packs, I think next pack, right, I take one. No, I think my last pack, I'm either going to get like a Cauldron or a Basalt if I get anything good. No, it was this pack. Okay, well, I'll take Meticulous Archive over the Talisman just because that Talisman... Ooh, Shorikai. That Talisman's not one that I'm super excited about. It does help me cast green spells, but it's not my favorite Talisman. And I think having a Surveil land that's in colors I'm interested in playing. Because the green is very speculative. Like, I really don't need to play that. So no Citadel, but we picked up Portal as a good Tinker target anyway, so I'm not mad about that. I would love to find Big Stompy. You know Big Stompy. The Blightsteel Colossus. But we got a Moxen. It's a green Moxen. Ooh, Bright Glass Gearhulk. It's a green Moxen. There's a Spell Seeker here, which is okay. There's a Talisman I would be interested in wheeling. Vaguely. Again, I'm not against taking a Talisman with a color I'm not the most interested in playing. It's just not my favorite thing. Also, Sunfall, if that wheels, I'll be happy. If Karn wheels, I'll be happy. Plenty of stuff I'm happy to wheel. Karakas won't wheel, but if it did, I would be overjoyed. But yeah, I'm going to take this free Moxen. And, ooh, there's Thopter Foundry. That card's been quite good when I've taken it recently. But there's a Teferi Time Raveler. And that feels like it's just a better card for me to take from a winning the game perspective. Like, I already have this Tinker to be doing stuff with. I don't need another... what's it called? I don't need Thopter Foundry that desperately. I'll be happy to take it if it wheels. But Teferi's so potent. And having the Interrush lets me bounce one of their things. Or I could bounce a Grim Monolith or something if need be. It's just good. I think Paradoxical Outcome was in pack 1. I think that's gone, which is a little bit crazy to me. But, you know, shit happens. Ooh, so Brazen Borrower or Coveted Jewel are the two things I'm interested in here. People tend to take Brazen Borrower pretty aggressively just because everyone remembers how much of a menace this card is. So I'm tempted to take that over the Coveted Jewel and hope to wheel the Coveted Jewel. That's sort of my thought here. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm still in the market also. Oh, and it doesn't work with Portal. I'm thinking about companioning as Zerta. It doesn't work with Portal if I did that. And it doesn't work with Brazen Borrower. But I'm going to take Brazen Borrower here. Again, I like having a little bit of interaction. I passed on a lot of interaction in Pack 1. And Coveted Jewel is not my favorite. Just to be fully honest, it's really not my favorite. In the cube that I personally run at my own house, which is depowered, because I think that it leads to more interesting extended games. Sorry, not extended games. More interesting drafting, specifically. Sorry, like more interesting decisions in drafting. For the Coveted Jewel Artifacts package, I do have Coveted Jewel in, but it's specifically because I also run Transmute Artifact and the X blue one where you have to pay X in the mana cost, and you get an artifact of that mana cost that I can't remember. Reshape. And those are quite good. I'm gonna take Time Twister here though. Over Cryptic Command, No More Lies, and Trop, and Lorien Revealed. And I'll get back to something okay, I think. Anyway, I run those things, and I like Coveted Jewel a lot more with that sort of being able to, like, go, I get the Coveted Jewel, and I chain it into the, I turn my Coveted Jewel into 3 cards and 3 mana, and then I transform it into a 1 ring, and then I turn that, like, I draw off the 1 ring, or I turn it into a Paradox Engine. Paradox Engine isn't in my cube, but that's sort of play. I'm going to take Lotus Petal here. It's fast mana. It's an artifact. It's a great card. Ooh, I'm going to take Force of Negation. I already passed Force of Will. There's no reason to not take Forces. Yeah, I like it here. My 3-drop slot's getting a little full, but that's okay. Very in for a... Jesus Christ, I can never think of this card's name. Forensic Gadgeteer. There, I got there. Very in for Forensic Gadgeteer. Would love to see one of those. Would make this deck really interesting. Would let me get some really interesting picks. Ooh, intriguing. There's the Zerta. Do I want to try and take the Zerta? I've got both of the monoliths. I wouldn't be able to play Portal. I wouldn't be able to play Bright Glass. I could play, and I wouldn't be able to play Brazen Borrower, but I could play everything else I've drafted so far. I could also just take Nexus, which is quite a strong card, especially with Tinker. It's Zerta or Nexus. I'm gonna take Nexus, I think, because both the monoliths are gone. People might not take Zerta, and I'm not in love with playing Zerta. I think it's a lot worse than the Gadgeteer. I know Gadgeteer doesn't make Grim Monolith go infinite, but I just like... The Gadgeteer is a good card in and of itself, in addition to that. I'm going to take Time Spiral now. Yeah. I'm going to take Time Spiral now. Another wheel. If that Narset comes back, that would be sick. It won't, but if it did... Woo! Ooh, I get Karn, though. Oh, this is a Sunfall. Sunfall could be really interesting. It's double white, which... No, it's double white. I just talked myself out of it. We're actually gonna organize this way and create a 4-drop slot and get rid of Urza here. So we're very low on creatures. There's a Narset though. Holy shit, with 2 wheels, that's incredible. That's the sort of luck that I need. Or just, like cheeky little... Oh, and there's Coveted Jewel. Cheeky little... What's it called? Black Lotus, pack 3. I actually don't... I think Soul Ring would be better in this deck. Yeah, by a lot. Soul Ring would be quite better, but I don't mind a Black Lotus. Now I'll take Cryptic. Yeah, I'm not 100% on playing Cryptic, but Thopter Sword is gone, is one thing that I noted. There's an Esper Sentinel. I'd just play that. Skyseeker's Chariot. Again, I think this one needs to come out. I just don't think it's doing enough. But I say that about other cards and they get left in, so. Keen-Eyed Curator, dude. Keen-Eyed Curator. I mean, trust me, I bet I'm going to get killed by it now that I've started talking about it. I was talking to a friend who is very good at this game the other day, and he was talking about, let me look at this pack, talking about the fact that he's done some work with it, and I was like, okay, I'll respect it a little more, I guess, but I feel like it does not get there enough of the time to do anything. Pluto Delta, Stock Up, Path to Exile, all phenomenal. Celestial Colonnade, pretty solid. You know what I'm going to take here. You know what I'm going to take. Take the fast mana, and especially in the artifact deck. Especially in the artifact deck, where you turn a land to an artifact. We don't have the artifact lands in this cube. That's another thing that my home cube does that's quite interesting, is that I specifically allow you to add the 5 artifact lands without having to draft them. They're just in everybody's pool. You can add 1 of each. And that makes artifacts a little bit stronger without having to give it cards that are bad. Right? Not having to give it shit. 4th Aerlingus, very potent card. Do not have the red fixing to play it at all, but would be phenomenal in this deck. Reprieve and Talisman are both insane. I kind of want to take 4th and see if I can just make it work. I don't think I'm going to play Bright Glass. I just don't think I got there on the green fixing. Maybe I will. But I'm going to take 4th Aerlingus here and see if I can get the red-white fixing to play it. And worst case, I missed out on a Reprieve or a Palantir, which are cards I like, don't get me wrong. I should always draft the Wasteland so I can have Waste Strip. Don't do that. But I do. I love the Strip Mines. I love Strip Mine, I love the Wasteland. Strip blocking people is very fun. I'm going to take the Sacred Foundry and maybe that Golos or Seachrome Coast or Coalition Relic. I just think I need the fixing a little bit if I'm going to try to play this 4th. Going into this pack, I was still in that situation of like, I can probably play like a little bit more of a mono blue situation. With like a little bit of a white splash. So I don't really need the fetch lands. I've passed 2 fetch lands here. Now I'm in a position where I'm like, man, it would be nice to have a little more. I'm going to take Mana Leak. I like the Staff of the Storyteller, but I have 1 counter right now. Kind of 2 with Daze. Kind of 3 with Mystic. I have a decent number, actually. But having the 2 mana counters is a very important interaction slot, I feel. And that's Tolarian Academy. Let's go. Maybe get back Displacer Kitten or Battlesphere. Those are both quite good. But that's a Tolarian Academy. We are not messing around. We're just taking it. There's a Steam Vents. There's also an Echo of Eons. I see it. There's a Skull Clamp. I see it. I'm going to take the Steam Vents. I think being able to play this 4th. I mean, do I even need to? I'm cutting a bunch of cards at the moment already. I mean, that's a reason to take a land, right? No, Skull Clamp's so good, and I kind of don't want to play Nexus, or 4th, or Bright Glass. 28, minus 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, I'll take Skull Clamp. We're going to cut Razor Ridge to get 2. And we're probably cutting... Wow, that's Mishra's Workshop. We're probably cutting 4th. We're taking Mishra's Workshop, and now the 1 card that I passed... Sorry, that I cut might be back in. Yeah, Workshop. Nexus might come back in. Or maybe even Everflowing Chalice. I don't know. But this is quite a... I'm apparently just become the guy who drafts artifacts. I think of my last 7 drafts, I've drafted artifacts like 5 times. So, I don't know what's happening. I used to be the lands guy. Premier lands pilot of the format. And now I just fucking draft artifacts. Karn standing up there like, yes, yes, my child. Join us in artifacts, so that when I am played against you as a different 4-drop, I will turn off your whole board. That's too late for Ancient Tomb. There's no debate about any other card there. Stock Up's still here. Kind of excited about trying that out. But I think I might need to just take Celestial Colonnade. Yeah, I got my 3-drop slot already really full. Talisman. Mana Fixing Talisman. Mana Fixing Talisman. Yay, yay, yay. What do I think I'm cutting? I think Manifold Key might come out. I didn't get a way to kill off of Tinker. So I think Manifold Key is coming out. I think Nexus is coming in, because that's a way to kill off of Tinkering. I also don't love Shorikai here, honestly. It's solid, but I'm just doing such other busted stuff at slightly more mana. What is this? -6 lands. I'll count it as 7 with the Lotus and the Diamond. The Diamond, I know, is kind of almost a negative land, but I've got the Lotus Petal. I've also got Grim and Basalt. So it's a little weird. I don't want to be too high on mana sources. That's what? That's -7-ish. That's 23. So this is kind of a playable situation. That's a Coalition Relic. Maybe we're getting back to a point where I could even play fucking 4th. I've got 1 source. No. 2 sources is not enough. I don't know if I'm going to play Relic even. It's very good off Mishra's Workshop. Staff the Storyteller? Oh my god. And that's how I brought a 47 card deck. No. Nah. That's not happening. I think Borrower's out. I do really like Borrower. Displacer Kitten? Borrower's definitely out. We're just going all in on busted shit. Okay. 8 more lands, 13. I'll cut a Brain Freeze from somebody and be mean. I think I'm also cutting Esper Sentinel at this point. I know it's Skull Clampable, but I have so many other ways to get Skull Clamp doing stuff. I mean, I don't super. I've got Staff and Retrofitter. And that's it. That's not the best. So, okay, let's look at this. Oh, 31 cards. Shorkai's also, Brazen Barrage should go back in. It's an interactive piece, and it also is Skull Campable. 8 more lands puts me at 13, 14, 15 lands in my approximations. What could get cut? Daze could maybe get cut, although I do like a Daze. We don't have any real synergy. I kind of want to cut Basalt. Just hear me out. Basalt puts me to 16-ish lands. Really, it puts me to 15 plus Grim Coalition Relic, Lotus Petal, Mox Diamond. I kind of want to cut one more thing. God, the last cut's always the hardest, isn't it? I like the Coveted Jewel. I like Nexus. I like Portal. Coveted Jewel's a little hard to defend, especially with Esper Sentinel out, to be honest. Oh, this is tough. This is tricky. I like Time Twister. I like and Narset. Narset also just digging for things like Tinker, Nexus, Teferi, even Karn, or it doesn't hit Urza, I know. Karn. Oh, you know, it'd be sick if Brazen Barter was an instant that you could cast as a creature on the tiny thing, so you go get it off of her. Also, speaking of this, why the fuck do they make omens look like this? If you don't know what omens are, go to Scryfall.com. Not a sponsor, just love them. Go to Scryfall.com, go look at the new Tarkir set, and go look at one of the dragons. Or the old Tarkir set if you're watching this in the future. On them, you will see that it says instant or sorcery dash omen. Omens are not adventures. They don't work like adventures. They are so much worse. When you cast it for its omen, instead of putting it into exile and being able to cast it later, you instead shuffle the card back into your deck. Yay, more shuffling in games. They put it so it looks identical to adventures besides the text. It's the same exact layout on the card. And that infuriates me. I wish they just, like, even if they just mirrored it, right? If they just mirrored those two sides. I can make the cards big when I want to, but not when I don't want to, but not when I want to. Talking. Anyway, they did that, and I wish they did it differently. Hear me, Wizards. First of all, why the hell aren't battles in this set? You got the sieges. The one battle type we've seen so far is siege. Why are there not battles in the set? Huh? Why did we just ditch battles in the past? I get that they weren't great. But why? Just make them all like Invasion of Globokin or Invasion of Tarkir or Invasion of Ikoria. Invasion of Ikoria is sick, and it's got a super cool combo that's modern legal that gives you a 4-mana 8/8, which isn't even that good anymore. Like, that's the craziest part. It's a 4-mana 8/8. It isn't even that insane. Narset. I don't know what to cut. I'll see you in games when I've cut something. I'll tell you what I cut. So, bye. Yeah, I'll figure it out. We have been paired for our match 1 with an amazingly fast hand that does nothing. So we're going to mulligan it. And get an okay hand that I'm going to keep. I'm going to bottom Mystical Tutor because there's no like balance or anything in this deck, and we're just gonna hope that we can draw a land. Thoughtseize is gonna be really bad for me. No, it's not Thoughtseize. Okay. That's kind of neat. Thoughtseize taking Tinker here demolishes a lot of this game plan. I ended up cutting the Kitten. Oh, right. I need to say what I actually ended up cutting. I ended up cutting the Kitten because I realized it's only got like 1 or 2 things to blink. I'm gonna leave that on top so that I can next turn use this to cast Retrofitter, and then I mean if Retrofitter gets countered, it's a little unfortunate. Let's just cast out the Retrofitter. This could be walking right into a counter. I've still got a little bit of a longer game plan though if that happens. I'm not too upset. Nope, they had nothing. It could bounce Coveted Jewel, it could bounce Planeswalkers, but that was really what it was doing. And bouncing Coveted Jewel in this deck almost gets scary, because at a certain point you risk of decking yourself. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to Mishra's Workshop. We're going to cast Relic. If this gets countered, we just hold up Mana Leak. Okay. Them not countering that makes me feel like I should just go for... Well, what am I tinkering for here, actually? Nexus? Am I tinkering for just Nexus? Sure. And I'm going to sack Coalition Relic, because I kind of want to keep Retrofitter around. Yeah, I like this play fine. Nope, okay, they did have the counter spell. Fuck me. Really? You don't counter the Coalition Relic with that? I feel like you absolutely do. Okay, well, I could just get absolutely destroyed here. I do have a Brazen Borrower if I need to bounce a big play. Wurmcoil Engine. Do it, please. That'd be sick. Play your Wurmcoil Engine that's not in the cube right now. When's it coming back, guys? Be flashing back Ponder? Really? Okay. I'm not too scared of that. New Snapcaster spoiled in Tarkir, by the way. That's pretty neat. It's Teamer for a 3/3 flash. When it ETBs, you choose a card in your graveyard and you give it Harmonize. Yet another keyword in a sea of keyword soup that has become what we're doing now every new set. Harmonize is a keyword that says it's like flashback, but when you flashback, you can tap a creature and you reduce the cost of the spell by that creature's power. And the card's a 3/3. So it's, besides being in Teamer, it's very good on rate. It's actually usually better rate than Snapcaster because you play it out as a 3-drop. You harmonize your... Oh my god, they're going to reanimate a fucking Woodfall Primus and fuck my shit up. Watch. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed about this. Okay, cool. Blow up one of my lands. Okay, the Mishra's Workshop actually is probably the best one from my perspective for you to blow up. I'm going to play an island here. Give me 1 second and I'll finish that thought. Yeah, no, I'm just going to do it right now before they have mana up. Petty Theft. That back to hand. Anyway, it's a little unfortunate with the Bazaar actually to do that. Maybe I shouldn't have. It's got trample. I can't just chump it. So let's say you target a 5-drop. Like Mystic Confluence. You target Mystic Confluence. You get to harmonize your Mystic Confluence for 2 blue, and then you tap your guy you just played, and suddenly your Mystic Confluence only costs 2. I'm going to concede to that. That's GG's. I'm done playing through this. My opponent had kind of the best start against me. Which was holding up a counterspell. I'm not going to be clear and say that I was doing something skillful and they just got lucky. I played a little foolishly and they played fairly well. I'm going to keep this. It's got a turn 2 staff, the Storyteller. This is the disadvantage of building decks like this without counter magic. Is like taking Urza over Force of Will. Is you miss out on some stuff sometimes. Play the Plains, staff. Pass the turn. If they hold up 2 mana, I'm going to act like it's counter magic and just draw with staff. Hold up. Petty Theft. Not going for the Tinker. Come on. Okay, that's not really what I wanted you to do. Okay. Neat. Let's pay white to draw a card. Ooh, and I will cast out a Grim Monolith. Okay, that didn't get countered. Swing for 1. Interesting. Are we casting like a Malcolm and then we're going to discard something and then reanimate it? Nope. Okay. We've got a lot of mana now for next turn. Ooh. Frantic Search, okay. I mean, I'm not going to F6. I've got a Grim that can tap. I should learn not to F6 in these situations. Yeah, so I'm intrigued for the Tarkir set. I think it's got a lot of interesting cards. The strongest stuff from what I've seen, Flurry seems okay. It seems like there's some okay Flurry cards. The strongest stuff that I've seen personally is the Mardu mechanic, which, if you don't know, makes 1/1 soldiers equal to, it's called Mobilize. If you say it's Mobilize 3, when you attack with the creature with Mobilize 3, okay, they get to draw a bunch of cards and hit me for 7. Night's Whisper, Lotus Petal, Swamp, Remand, Tidebinder, Troll, Island, Entomb, Island, Dark Ritual. Okay. No reanimate there. Just an Entomb. Like, no card that can reanimate. And they didn't buy back their Corpse Dance. So, they do get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, just 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Instant sorcery, artifact, creature, land. They did not find an enchantment or a planeswalker or anything of the like. They do get to hold up Remand here, though, which is a little unfortunate. Now we exile Atraxa. Gone forever. They go to clean up. They have to discard something. Oh yeah, so let's say it's Mobilize 3. My creature, my 2/2 with Mobilize 3 attacks. It makes 3 tapped and attacking 1/1 soldiers that at the beginning of your end step you sacrifice, I believe. It might be end of combat, but it's one of those 2. Which to me at least feels quite strong. So we're going to pay 3 mana and 1. Yeah, 2. Use that. Still cast Skull Clamp. Yeah, we're going to tinker up that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Tinker. Pay 2. Sack staff. They remand it. I pay 2 more, and I go get the. Unless they've got a hard counter here, in which case it's a womp womp. But son of a biscuit! Wow, they've had hidden counter magic both times now. Okay, it's fine. Shit happens, you know. We're on a skull. We haven't played a land yet this turn. We're gonna play out a Skull Clamp. We're gonna move to combat, attack, hit them for 1. Not that that's doing much here. Play that. Draw 2 cards. Play an island. Cast out Retrofitter. Yeah, that's something. Sure is something. Ooh, man. What is this now? 5 drop. Just hard cast a Grave Titan. Okay. Yeah, that happens. I can make a big ass Construct. So I'm gonna play out this island. Oh, bounce. Make a 1/1. Clamp it. Probably should have made a 1/1 clamped it before I played a land out, to be honest with you. Draw 2. Watch, now I'm gonna draw the fucking Academy. Nope. Drew a Mystical Tutor. That doesn't do, like, anything here. It's a little one. I mean, let me double check that before I say that. You can get... No, you can get... I get Time Twister and stuff. I'm lying. In their upkeep, I'm going to Brazen Borrower the Grave Titan. Nope, I'm going to Brazen Borrow the Grave Titan right now, because they went shields. What? Sorry. I clicked the wrong side. Because they have a Remand in hand. And again, if they have a land, they just recast it, but I'd prefer to at least put up a fighting chance. God, this has been brutal. Oh, if they don't have a land here, it's going to be pretty nice. I mean, they still hit me for 6 here. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know if I can win this game. Don't know if I can win this game. They discard Fatal Push. They play a land. Ooh. That's interesting. They do have a Remand up, which really sucks for me. It's got Flash. 1, 2, 3. Trades with Malcolm. Let's play the Meticulous Archive. Surveil 1. Definitely put that on top of my library. That's going to let us do some shit. Okay. Here we go. We'll cast out Talisman. That happens. We'll go to their turn. I might do some nonsense. Because I'm not currently dead on board. We'll see what happens here. Just a Tidebinder. I feel like you save that for my Retrofitter Foundry, right? Oh, but they're just putting me dead on board? I don't think that doesn't put me dead on board. They're still holding up Remand here, but I'm just going to Retrofitter to block the Tidebinder and take 6. They discarded Fatal Push. Do they have another removal spell that I know about? Nope. Attacks. Let's make a servo. Blocks. Let's block the 3/2. Go to 1. They're holding up Remand still. I'm going to have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana next turn. That's a lot, but it's not enough. I think I still lose, right? I don't have anything else. I can... I didn't bring in Cryptic Command. I got a Flash. Okay, is it Woodfall Primus, blow up 2 lands? Cool. I mean, they did Night's Whisper. That's fine. They should blow up Talisman, really. Okay, blowing up Retrofitter. So sad. It's so sad, dude. And Skull Clamp. Okay. So I have a lot less mana now. Yeah. I think I'm just dead. I'm not gonna play this. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Their deck was better than mine. They played better than me. Especially game 1. So, see you in game 2. We got paired for our match 2. We're on the play here. I'm lying. I'm blatantly lying. We're not on the play. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're on the draw. Here's what I like to see. A little bit of power. Turn 2 Coalition Relic feels good. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Oh, okay. This is actually a turn 2 Karn is what it is. F2, 2. So yeah, this is pretty phenomenal. Karn, I've got a portal that at some point could maybe just even get hard cast with how fast this hand is going. It's one of the problems with running those big targets in your deck. You're not necessarily looking to draw. So part of me really wants to just play this Ancient Tomb and hold up Mystic Confluence, which is what I'm gonna do. It's painful, but the chance of a counterspell here and being able to fizzle their counterspell while still being able to do stuff. Okay, they get to Entomb. I'm going to let Entomb resolve. Entomb's one of the tutors that I very often want to counter, but I kind of want to get their reanimation card out of hand. I'm hoping they only have one. I kind of want to get it out of hand. If they go for, like, Necromancy or something, yeah. So what we're going to do is cast, counter target spell, and control place 3, draw a card. Choose that. Pay 2, take 3 damage here. This is phenomenal. This really gets us up on advantage. This is the equivalent of our opponent counterspelling our Tinker, right? Not quite as bad. They don't actually lose permanence in play. Draw. I've got how much mana now? I'm going to play out this Plains. So I can do a free Teferi. I can do Teferi. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ouchies. Karn. Down tick. Make a 4/4. Now I've got Teferi up as a piece of interaction next turn. Well, I don't know why I said interaction, of course. It's interaction, actually. Because it sticks around and has a permanent effect on the game until it's killed, I don't usually consider interaction the same way, but it really is. Okay, do that. I've got a Mystical Tutor now. Put out this island. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could even have 9 mana for a portal next turn, which is really funny. I'm just gonna make another construct here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Teferi Time Raveler. Bounce that. Win. Cool. That's great. I mean, I was running away with that game. Is there anything I want to bring in? Yes, I know, Fourth Aer Lingus. You desire to come here, but I can't figure out the mana for you, really. Yeah, it's just not good enough. I mean, Mox Diamond and Lotus Petal both cast it. Don't get me wrong. I really want it to work. But I just don't think this is the deck for it. I drafted it, after all. I was fairly convinced that it was going to work. Yeah, I think I'll keep this. Just a little bit of a hunch that I'm going to keep this. Just a little tiny, teeny, weeny bit of a hunch. If I get Thought Seized... okay. So the hope is that they're stupid. No offense, J. Pablo. I don't mean to call you stupid. The hope is that they take, like, not that. Oh, that hurts so much. Okay. Okay, it's okay. It happens. It happens. It's okay. I'm going to put that on top. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Dad. Watch King of the Hill. You don't need to watch all of King of the Hill, to be fair. Watch enough of the King of the Hill to have fun. Plains? Keep the Lotus Petal secret? Keep it safe, keep it secret. Mystical Tutor up my Tinker next turn. Oh. Okay. Mystical Tutor. Tinker. Go. Island. Lotus Petal. Tinker. Sacrifice the Lotus Petal for not the way you normally do it. I'm not getting Coveted Jewel. Coveted Jewel is funny. I'm just going to get Nexus here. Begin combat. I will make Skullclamp a 3/3. And then we'll go. I do think there's an argument for go get. Okay. That was a disappointing match. I feel bad for my opponent. They got stuck on lands game 2. That sucks. Well, I'll see you guys in game 3, and I'll finish my thought first, so I don't forget it. I considered getting Portal to Phyrexia, because the next turn is going to be the Animated Grief no matter what, and take a card out of their hand. And following that, if they, reanimated something, and I was able to counter their animate or something, like, went to reanimate something, they entombed, they discarded, I would have the ability to steal that if I countered it. But with a lack of counter magic, also, to be fair, they did have Necromancy, which I could bounce with Teferi. But I'd bounce the Necromancy to hand. The creature would die and they could recast next turn before I get a chance to Portal. It's not like I have my own reanimation effect at speed that isn't on my upkeep. So it doesn't feel as reliable. The other one at least gives me a clock. And even if it doesn't give me a clock, it starts getting me card advantage. It's like Staff of Nim or Coercive Portal. Both cards that used to see quite a bit of play before the One Ring got printed and exploded them into nothingness. So, look those cards up. They were interesting. I knew the One Ring was going to be good the second it got spoiled, because I went, big red decks are playing Staff of Nim and Coercive Portal, and the One Ring is one of those, are those cards on steroids. Maybe this card's good. Maybe we should be playing it. And then, it's worth like $100 now. And banned in Modern. So, Big Red knew what was up. So we've got a game 3. Jesus Christ, I keep saying that. We've got a match 3. If it's not clear, I play a lot of just Magic with my friends, over our table, where we're not really doing matches and stuff. Like, when we do drafts, we do matches and things. But when we're just, jamming Canlander or jamming 1v1 Commander, right? It's a lot of just, let's just play until we stop playing each other. We want to play someone else, right? And so I'm very used to saying, okay, go to game this, go to game that. And it does not transfer to playing Magic in this way. I'm going to put back this Plains, because I like the rest of these cards. I also have played a little bit of competitive Magic, specifically Canlander and Legacy. I'm not a big Modern person. The format's gone through eras of being good, but in general, it's just not my favorite. Holy shit. Academy? Yeah, that's a good turn 1. Here's my turn 1. Skull Clamp, go. No island, even. I just cheated in a Skull Clamp. Famous Magic card, Cheaty Face. It's an unset card that allows you to just cheat it into play, and if you successfully cheated it into play, holy shit, that's Time Walk. You get to keep it. Okay. Tolarian Academy Time Walk deck. That's pretty good. Okay. I'm happy to see that a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Island here. Because my hope is that if I draw a land... This is turn 2. It says turn 3 here because I took an extra turn. I was like, did I miss a land drop somehow? I was so confused. What I can do is if I draw a land, I can Mox Diamond it. I can Mox Diamond to Time Twister on that turn. Right? We'll let that resolve. Okay, we're just not doing anything. Ooh, this is a little unfortunate. I actually think what I'm going to do, with them having missed a land drop, is Petty Theft their Mox Diamond. Because I'm also missing a land drop here, to be clear. Right? So I need to slow them down until I can get to the Narset stuff. Because what this means is they can either play a land, or they can play out their Mox Diamond and pitch a land when they draw one. Which slows them down significantly either way. They drew a land, they're not pitching it to Mox Diamond for some reason, which is confusing to me. Because pitching it to Mox Diamond also fuels their Academy. So I think that was a misplay, and it's part of the reason I did Brazen Borrower here. Wowzers. I'm not going to play Retrofitter. I'm just going to hold up Mana Leak. I think if I can get to Narset, and then Time Twister, I can win the game. So my main goal right now is going to be to let that happen. I'm going to Mana Leak this. just because they're digging for stuff, and with the Mox Diamond in hand, they could either put back a Mox Diamond or, like, land Mox Diamond and have a bunch more mana. And I just prefer to not see that happen. Land. Bitch. Okay, I do have a force now, so I feel good about casting out Retrofitter. Let's see how this goes. I need one land, or Lotus Petal or something, or a Moxen. That's a land. So we're gonna play land, Narset, which is also protected, minus Narset. Go get Daze. Because what Daze lets me do is Daze lets me return an island to pitch to Mox Time and do my Time Twister line. Mind explosion. So, okay, they're Mox Diamonding here. It's going straight to Ben. Because... I don't think this game is going well for you, opponent. That seems so bad, right? Draw. Holy shit, that's grim. It's a little unfortunate because I'm not going to play it, I don't think. I mean, I should. Just for... Yeah, what am I talking about? Cast. Discard Island. Island. Grim Monolith. Grim Monolith. Blue. I'm actually going to do Narset. No, I'm not. I almost just massively misplayed, by the way. Pay for 2 with Time Twister. Get rid of most of their hand. I've got a... Okay, cool. That was enough. What's my next game plan there? I have a Time Spiral as well. That was a weird game. We both kept hands we probably shouldn't have kept. And my opponent misplayed a couple of key times with destroying their Mox Diamond for no reason and also playing out a forest instead of playing out a Mox Diamond. Like, I just don't know. I would love to be in their sort of environment, be like, what happened? Why did we do that? Because I'm guessing it's just a not thinking moment, right? Which can happen a lot while you're playing, where you're just like, trust me, I know. You're just kind of on autopilot. I'm keeping this. You're just on autopilot, and you're making decisions, and you're like, oh shit, I did that wrong. Moxen. Nope. Island, go. But, we'll see. This hand's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's not something I'm against. I think I go for Slamming Grim. Especially now. Now we go for Slamming Grim, and then we go for Tinkering with, Mana Leak Backup. I was like, what is the card that its name I'm reading right now? What is the card whose name I'm reading right now's name? That's the words. What are we getting with Trinket Mage? Retrofitter, Key? Key is a lot less good because there's no Time Vault. Mana Crypt. Ooh, that's exciting. That's their power. I was like, you don't generally draft an Academy deck sans power. Or when you do, it's a lot less good. Okay. Let's go here. Yeah, let's go Island, Mox Diamond, Pitch Plains, and now I've got a bajillion mana. I've got 7 mana. I think I'm just gonna Tinker. Okay, so 7 mana, I can Tinker. I don't love this, actually. I think I'm just gonna play, because I do have to sack an artifact, right? So... Wait, if I cast Coveted Jewel, I can then Tinker after it resolves and get... We are doing something awesome. Coveted Jewel, draw 3. Tap it for blue. I think I'm actually just gonna sack Grim. And yeah, I think I am. Sack Grim. Go get Nexus. Or do I go get Portal? No, I go get Nexus. Beginning of combat. Draw a card. Put in staff. It also makes the 1/1, and I put the counter on it. And I'm holding up 1 mana that does nothing. Cool. I've got 2 blockers, though. I really don't like giving people Coveted Jewel. I think it's one of the easiest ways to lose the game from nowhere, is to let a Coveted Jewel go when you don't have them dead in a turn. And even then, it's still so rough. But I don't know if Field of the Dead's the move in the Academy deck. Maybe their thought is, like, they've got a lot of colorless stuff. It doesn't matter that it's a colorless source. And they've also got the Expedition map to go get it in a game where Tolarian Academy isn't really cutting it. I don't know their deck. Okay, they've got the Golos. Yeah, I see the dream. I see the dream. I don't know if it's a meme. They get the Academy tapped. They add 2. They're gonna... Holy shit! That is a well-timed time walk. To put it lightly. They have a removal spell here. I could be cooked. Just, like, absolutely cooked. The Mystic Confluence is going to make me a little less cooked. See, this is the other thing, too. Like, Field of the Dead's hard to make work in Cube, in general. You really need to be drafting lands. And spending picks on both lands that, like, your Field of the Dead work and your mana base work, and on just, to be frank, kind of BS artifacts to make your Academy work. I don't know, maybe I'm being mean with BS artifacts. I just don't think Talismans are where it's at. I think if you're playing Talismans in a non-Academy deck most of the time, you're wrong. There's a few times where I get it. But also they cut a lot of the Talismans too, because they just, like the non-blue ones, I think might have gotten cut. Ooh, Bring to Light, are we getting Valky? And then we're removing my staff. That's rough. Is this when it's not blocked? Wonder which creatures an opponent controls attack you and aren't blocked. Is you a Planeswalker? I don't think it is. They're casting Brainstorm? What in the Sam hell fuck? That can't have been the best target. What are you digging for with Brainstorm? Just cast it with Bring to Light. You have black, red, green, blue, black, red. You have 4 colors. What the fuck is happening? Okay, I'm gonna block with the Spirit Token to not let you get a free Coveted Jewel. I don't understand what my opponent just did, and I don't understand why. I don't understand a lot of things about it. 5 mana, 4 mana. Great. All the blue, Karn, Sign of Urza, make a construct. It's a 5/5. Go to combat, draw. I will just put Brazen Borrowing as a 3/3 flyer. Put a counter on Staff the Storyteller. That's funny. Wait, it didn't trigger itself. I wonder if that is a game bug or a me not understanding a rules thing. I am going to swing for 3 here. Because I've got the Mystic Confluence up to bounce creatures if need be. So my thing is, how does creating a token work? Does creating a token mean seeing a token come into play? Because I feel like it would see itself. Oh, buddy. This is a lot of mana. Is it a Walking Ballista for 1 billion? Because that's pretty... 3, 4, 5. Right, they have 5 mana. I'm not... Mana Crypt makes 2 mana. I'm not stupid. Cast. Choose target spell. Choose target spell. 1, 2. Okay. They lose here. I think. Because that just doesn't do anything. This is why we don't Bring to Light for Brainstorm. What was the point of that? I just don't understand. Like, that's pretty sick. Hard casting Blightsteel is pretty baller. But I had a game where I accidentally left the Triplicate Titan in my deck and then had to hard cast it, and it was pretty cool. Ooh, Force Negation. Um. Oh, there's Tolarian Academy also. Let's play out the Tolarian Academy. Let's go. Downtick Karn. Make a 7/7. A counter on Staff the Storyteller. Begin combat. Make a thingy. Put that in as a 3/3. Put a counter on Staff the Storyteller. Move to combat. Swing for a Bajunch? A Bajunch. It's a technical term. A legal term, even. It's not true. It's not a legal term. Do not say a Bajunch to your lawyer. He'll be mad at you. They'll go, what the fuck are you saying? And you'll go, oh, the internet told me it. And they'll go, why are you listening to the internet? Do you pay the internet to tell you about legal stuff? No, you pay me to tell you about legal stuff. We 2-1'd. It's classic Draft Artifacts 2-1. I don't know what to say. We did it. Let's look at the deck. Let's talk about the deck, I guess. I guess we can do it. I guess I can do the one thing that I do. Deck was good. Deck had some problems. Deck was not perfect, but it was good. It tinkered for Nexus becoming a lot. It did the Academy thing. Those were great games, to be honest with you. It was pretty quick. My round 1 opponent trounced me, and then my rounds 2 and 3 opponents kind of made some big misplays that I think cost them the game. Well, no. My game 3 opponent did. My round 3 opponent. My round 2 opponent, I had a really insane hand, and then they did not draw lands. Was their big problem. So, yeah, not the best. Never got to portal somebody. Draft of the 4th, sad I didn't get to play it. Draft of the Bright Glass, sad I didn't get to play it. This card's going to be hard to put in decks without really heavily prioritizing drafting lands. And people are a lot more aware that they should just be taking fetch lands and triomes pretty highly these days. You occasionally get a pool where people aren't as aware of it, but people have learned their lesson. They've learned to take those. They've learned to take Nadu and Oko pretty highly, not past those. They apparently haven't learned that Strip and Waste are great, but apparently I also haven't learned that lesson. So, yeah, didn't play Monastery Mentor on this one. Would have been fun, too. Didn't play the Displacer. I think it would have been a mistake, too. Yeah, classic Time Twister Narset, Tinker deck. Am I becoming predictable? Damn. It's fine. Anyway. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to do all the algorithmy stuff. Helps me out. Lets me able to keep doing this. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. If you want to see more of this, or if you want to see something else, let me know. You could just say, like, great job. Or you could say, do this thing instead. It's cool. And I'll probably check it out. If it's not Magic content, well, it depends on what it is. If it's, like, RPG stuff, or certain video games I like, sure. We'll see. But thanks for stopping by. Thanks for doing all this stuff. Thanks for playing more Tinker with me. It's me, the Tinker person. Bye.